you got it. You got it. Thank you.
I think I'm.
Done this a lot of times, huh? I thought this was the off season.
Okay, thank you all for coming. And I will go ahead and turn this over to our chairman and principal owner, Mark Attanasio, to announce the news today.
Welcome, everyone. And this is a very proud and happy moment for me. Our ownership group came together in 2004 in front of the 2005 season. And since that time, we have not had a new original investor or new individual investor owner join the group. It's been the same group of a dozen or so families, and it's my true honor and privilege today to announce that Giannis and his family will be owners of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. We've really been fortunate in many ways here. We've been fortunate to get enormous support from the community. I don't like to talk about the fact that we're a small market, technically, demographically, the smallest market in baseball, but with the huge support we get from our fans and our sponsors, we punch way above our weight and have shown we can compete every year, including this year. What I don't get to talk about as much is that we've had huge support from our ownership group. One of the reasons we haven't added an owner in 17 years is the group has always worked extremely well and cohesively together. It's starting with the local owners would be most notable in the community here. Canning family, Turer family, Lubar family, Eline family, Marcus family. Rick, I think I caught everyone. And Rick, by the way, Schlesinger family. That's right. And so I haven't wanted to disrupt that chemistry we have among our group. So the group has always pulled together in good times and bad, and really with 100% support and unanimity. So I want to thank our owners for 17 years of support. A little over a year ago, Giannis reached out because of his interest, and he can speak for himself. I think it was motivated by his interest in the community about joining our investor group. And this came together, quite organically over that period of time. We actually, I think, came to a final agreement and signed everything up, including MLB approvals in early May in front of the playoffs. And then, all of us privately got to enjoy, which we were publicly enjoying, Giannis's and the team's success as world champions in the NBA playoffs. Privately, we all knew he would be joining our group. We not only have a wonderful human being, leader, family person, and community leader as part of our group, we'd also have a world champion. And that's some of the karma we're trying to have rub off on the Milwaukee Brewers. At the championship game, we had a suite. We had something like 20 out of our 25 players there, soaking in the atmosphere and trying to have some of that good karma that Giannis and his teammates created to rub off on us. So with that, Giannis, thank you for joining us as an owner. And I guess I turn it over to you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for the kind words, Mark. I was looking at this sign right here. This kind of looks amazing, doesn't it? You guys could see it. It looks amazing. So, man, this is unbelievable. This is a dream come true. for a kid from Sepoli, Athens, Greece, born from immigrant parents, I could never imagine that I'm going to be in this position. And, I want to thank God that has allowed me to and blessed me with His gift and allowed me to be in this position, because without Him, I wouldn't, be here. And without me doing something with the gift that God gave me, I wouldn't be in this position. So, always I want to thank God, but at the same time, I want to thank Mark, for allowing me and giving me the opportunity to join the ownership group, to learn from you. This is an amazing organization, and I'm very, very happy to be a part of it. As Mark said, it's been 17 years since a private investor joined the group, and he told me outside, he said, don't be that trouble investor, because every ownership group has one, and I'm going to try not to be that one. I'm here to learn. I'm here to observe. It was, growing up in Greece, I always wanted to be a basketball player, always. And I work extremely hard to accomplish that. But there's sometimes when you're on the road that you kind of think about what's next. And I know I'm young, and now obviously I'm going to focus 100% in basketball and getting better and helping my team win the championship. But I wanted to be, the owner in a professional team. And as Mark said, my team reached out to him a year ago. I think I was in the bubble when I was laying down in quarantine. I was like, I want to be involved. I want to be involved in the community, and I don't think there's a better, way to start from the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm happy. Again, I want to thank you, Mark. I want to thank the city for embracing me and my family. And, we just won the championship. The Packers won the championship a couple years ago. We just tried to win the championship right here, and it's going to take time. We're going to have patience. We've got to be in the present. But we have a great ownership group. We have great players. And we're going to accomplish with a lot of hard work. Thank you, guys.
Giannis and Mark, thank you. It's not official, though, without our president of baseball operations coming up and making a presentation, if we can.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I got it ready?
Get it on you.
Oh, man. What time is the game tonight?
Yeah. We'll have you out there.
I'm excited. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
We thought David might look at Giannis's first base alternative. Not sure the Coach Bud and the Bucks would go for that.
You number 34 too?
Well,
Wow.
you got the right number.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I look good.
Looking good.
Okay. We will not have time for one-on-ones afterwards, but we do have a little bit of time for questions. So we have 2 microphones out here. I would just ask, please raise your hand before you ask a question. We want to make sure people that are watching live are able to hear the questions. We have the 2 mics on the side, so.
Hey, Giannis. Greg Matzik from WTMJ. Congratulations, man. That's a bigger jersey, I think, than they sell in the team store. Mark mentioned in 2004, he and his ownership group stepped forward. Just think about Giannis in 2004. What are the thoughts, what are the things going through your mind as a kid that many years ago?
2004, I was 10 years old. Probably silly thoughts. You're young, but it's crazy. It's a long time since he's been the owner. And in 2004, I was not gonna lie. Tried to do whatever it took to help provide my family with food. Help my mom and my parents out as much as possible. And that's where it comes to that. I never thought I'm going to be in this position. And you can never take this for granted. And that's why I always thank God. I always thank my parents for raising me the right way, allowing me to be disciplined, to be humble, to be appreciate life, be grateful of life. And so to answer your question, I definitely wasn't thinking about ownership. When I was 10 years old, I was just thinking about how can I help my parents in any way possible and my brothers.
Giannis Antetokounmpo from TMG4. What do you know about baseball, and what do you like about baseball? What attracted you to this?
I don't know much about baseball. I've been to two Milwaukee Brewers games in the past. I enjoyed it. I enjoy competition. Obviously, growing up in Europe, there's not a lot of baseball over there. Actually, when I was introduced to baseball, I was 18. It was the first day I came to Milwaukee. I came to a game. But, I know Christian Yelich. I know he's a great player. And, he has a little bit pressure on him now, to bring a championship to this organization. And, I'm going to be texting him every day from now on, And Mark told me, he said, it's hard because you can tell like people that join this sport, they're really competitive and they want to win, and it's kind of hard not to, stick your nose into the player's business. But, I might be an owner, but I'm a player at the same time. So, I'm going to definitely, be reaching out and telling him, talking about the game and, motivating any way possible to win games.
Giannis, Tony Atkins, TMJ4. Just tell me about that conversation a year ago when this idea was presented to you, and what did you really want to learn in this new role?
Actually, I was just, for my age, I think I'm pretty sharp. I think life has helped me put me in a position that I can think about things, think about the future, and where I want to be in the future and what I want to do. I was just thinking about that. I want to, become an owner of a professional team. And there was a lot of ideas on the table. There was an idea to own a soccer team in Europe. And I said, no, I want to be a part of the Milwaukee Brewers, if that's possible. And at first, they told me that, they haven't allowed anybody for 17 years to be in that ownership group. And I was like, it doesn't really matter. Can we still reach out to them and see what they think, if they'd be interested in me joining and, me learning from them? Because at the end of the day, I'm 26 years old. I'm learning, and learning from Mark is going to be big for me because, as I said, this is what I want to do next. So I think we both sides, we talked about it. We finalized it in May, and we decided to not put it out there because we didn't want it to take attention out of the Milwaukee Brewers and attention out of the playoffs, and made it all about me. And we said we're gonna find the right time to announce the partnership. And I don't want you guys to think that this is happening because we won the championship. Like, we already finalized this way before. And as I said, Milwaukee have made me who I am today. Have made me a better person. It's basically my home. I've become a father here. I've become a leader here. I've become a champion here. And I want to be involved. I want to be involved in the community as much as possible. I know Milwaukee invested a lot in me, and I want to invest a lot of me back to the city of Milwaukee. So as I said, I'm excited, and this is only going to be fun from now on out.
Hi, Giannis. The team was so inspired when they went to Game 6 and saw you guys win the championship, and they were talking about it for days after. So how can you share that championship experience with them? The impact that had on them as they're trying to win their own championship, and what did that kind of support mean to you, to see the whole team show up for the Bucks like that?
I was so focused and locked into the game that I didn't know that the show came to the game. To be honest with you, like this, I would go back a little bit, say a funny story, because I was in the Brooklyn game, right? And we played, I think, Game 7 or Game 5, and there was Jay-Z and Beyonce in courtside seat. And my girlfriend, she's a really big fan of Beyonce. She told me that you saw Beyonce. And I said, Beyonce? And I'm like, no, I didn't see her. She was like, she was at courtside. She was sitting right there. And I said, no, I didn't see her. Like when I play basketball and I'm trying to win, I'm so locked in what I'm doing. So I didn't see Beyonce, and I definitely did not see the Milwaukee Brewers. But Mark told me that they were in the suite. They all came to support us and root for us and wish us the best to win. And what I'll say about Game 6 is that when you're in champion, it's hard to get done. It's hard to get there, but once you accomplish that, it's the best feeling ever. It's the best feeling ever. You always remember what it took to get there, and you could create this bond with your teammates for the rest of your life. And it's an addicting feeling, And this is my first time in the championship, but I want to do it again and again and again. And you just got to get over the hump. Once you get over the hump and you get there, you're gonna find yourself wanting to do it again and again. So I'm excited for this. For the team that we have here in Milwaukee, and once we win the championship, once we keep getting better, the team's going to continue to be better.
Hi, Cassidy Williams with Fox 6. You mentioned you didn't want to be a trouble investor. What kind of investor do you want to be? How do you plan to be involved in the team?
Right now, I just want to learn. This is my first time doing this. I want to learn as much as possible. Always even when I joined basketball, when I started playing basketball, I wanted to learn. I wanted to be the best in what I do. And I think, I've talked with Mark a little bit over the phone and a text message, and I met him today. And I think he's a great guy, and I believe Mark is right here. I believe when I reach out and ask him for questions, he give me the answer. He helped me out to, be a better owner. But so far, what I've realized is that don't stick your nose in, right? Don't do that. Just stay away.
Rick Schlesinger and David Stearns were happy when I told Giannis that. He asked what some of the keys to success as an owner were, and it's what you really as an owner. You can't go and hit or pitch, or a lot of things you actually can't do. You can set a tone, you can hire great people, and then you can let them do their jobs. And I felt in particular in our organization with Craig Counsell in the field and David Stearns running baseball ops, Rick Schlesinger running business ops. I have 3 terrific choices that I managed to make, and just stay out of their way, even though Giannis said to me, well, don't you sometimes think you might want to say something? And sometimes I do, but I do better when I stay out of their way. Look, our organization, I did pledge to Giannis that we would help. He obviously has a very good window into NBA economics from the player's side. I can give him, a lot of learning on how MLB economics work from an owner's side. Give him a very good financial picture of sports ownership, which is one of his goals in life that he's already achieved at the age of 26, along with being an NBA champion. And we'll be able to, advance on that with the learning he gets. I think he's going to bring a huge amount to our organization, starting with his leadership in the community. And look, all of us here can't stop smiling that he's with us today. And I think he knows how to win. We've got a lot of guys in the clubhouse who know how to win. Now we have an owner for the first time who knows how to win on the field. A lot of us know how to win in business. We have an owner in ownership who financially can get through the MLB screen for ownership here, and also from a background check. But importantly, knows how to win on the field. He can help us there. And I think he can help us, just generally all of us, with leadership and how we think about things. I'm really struck by how mature he is, and a number of the comments he made during the NBA playoffs resonated for me just in life as a way to lead my life. I'm 63 years old, so I think it'll be a good symbiotic relationship, a lot of, give and take on both sides. And I would mention, by the way, with that, it's interesting when you bring an owner, one of the reasons you don't bring a new owner in is then other owners' ownership percentage goes down a little. So everybody loves owning this team. Nobody wants a little less because somebody else is coming in. Unanimous support for Giannis joining the group. And so, it'd be the start of something really significant and a beautiful thing.
One or two more.
Giannis, you obviously see this as a big commitment to Milwaukee. What is it about Milwaukee that made you want to continue to commit to Milwaukee?
I said it a little bit earlier ago. Said it in the past. Milwaukee have made me who I am today. Without Milwaukee giving me opportunity, I wouldn't be who I am today. They've made me a better person, a better man. I've grown up to love the city. I want to raise my family here in Milwaukee. Obviously, I've made a big commitment to return and join the Bucks for the next 5 years. But there's more to life than basketball. And trust me, I'm a very, very competitive person. I love basketball. Basketball is my core, but there's more to it. I feel like I'm in a position that I can use my platform to help people in need and impact as many people, starting from Milwaukee, and the city which I love, and going back to Athens, Greece, the country which I was born in, Nigeria also, the country that my parents are from and I'm from. But I just love Milwaukee. They find the diamond in the rough, in the dust, and they trusted me. They believe in me. The city have embraced me. The city loved me and my family, and its own love. I just gotta give it back now. And actually, I don't want to get too much into it, but after the championship, we had 2 days to sleep. I wasn't able to sleep, and then we had the parade. And when I was in the bus, I was extremely quiet. It was me, my mother, my son, and my significant other, Mariah. And I saw 200,000 people at the same time in Milwaukee. They were happy. It didn't matter what color they were, black or white. Everybody was happy at the same time, and I love that about this city. And that's where I realized that there's more. Like I love giving them joy. I love winning championship, and I hope I can do it again, so I can see more people happy at the same time in this city. Because sometimes the snow can make you a little bit grumpy, So I'm joking, but. I realized, I talked with Mariah, I said, okay, I think I'm going to take it a little bit more serious. And, being young, 26, there's a lot of pressure that I have. There's a lot of weight on my shoulder. And I do not want to make it as big of a commitment that I cannot follow through because I'm a man of my word. But one thing that I know is that I want to help a lot of people in need here in Milwaukee, in this community, impact as many people as I can, and I decided to also work on behind the scene in my global foundation, and that's also going to be a place that I can step in and also impact a lot of people here in Milwaukee. But the question is that Milwaukee helped me and invested in me, and this opportunity to invest back to the city.
Drew, last one.
For both of you guys, from a strictly business standpoint, how does this help the Brewers with maybe international marketing in Giannis? Is this a way to maybe expose the game of baseball back in your native Greece too, where it's a smaller but popular sport?
One of the things I think from my perspective that was great about us coming together, and I talked about it being organic, is it wasn't about any agenda on either side. I think Giannis spoke from the heart and why he wanted to do this, and from our standpoint, I mean, who wouldn't want Giannis as part of their team, right? And it was interesting because a couple of his business representatives reached out to me and said, well, you know, what does he have to do? Then I said, you know, doesn't have to do anything. He's an owner. And so
That's
there's
sweet.
really no,
That's really nice. That's sweet.
get access to the owner's suite, a lot of, you know, privileges you get. And so there's really no, we haven't had and Rick Schlesinger's in the back, we haven't had a single discussion. Last thing I'd want anyone to think of that there's anything opportunistic here but this is a great way to we're both trying to do, you know, what's right in the community. It's a great way to combine our collective impact and do good. Even what Giannis is saying about from a charity standpoint, the first thing I've ever thought about we could do here is how he could maybe give us some ideas, since he's so charitable, and how we can do more with our community foundation. And yeah, that's my perspective.
I just meant like in growing the game, not like
In growing the game, as I said earlier, that a lot of people don't know a lot about baseball. In Europe, you know, soccer is the #1, football is the #1 sport in Europe. But hey, who knows? Maybe this is opportunity. You know, I kind of know that I have a great platform in Europe, and a lot of people don't know about the Milwaukee Brewers, and hopefully this way, you know, we can, you know, the Milwaukee Brewers can grow. You know, their popularity can grow over there in Europe too.
Great. Thank you all for coming. Mark, Giannis, thank you as well.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.